John arrived home after a long day at the office, his shoulders heavy with the weight of stress and worry. The projects at work were piling up, deadlines were looming, and the constant hum of his phone reminded him of all the unfinished tasks demanding his attention. He felt like he was sinking, struggling to keep his head above water. As he stepped into his house, he took a deep breath, trying to shake off the tension. The familiar scent of his home brought a small measure of comfort. He set his briefcase down and loosened his tie, making his way to his special meditation area, a small, serene corner of his living room that he had dedicated to finding peace. This space was his sanctuary. A soft mat lay on the floor, surrounded by a few cushions. There was a small table with a candle, some incense, and a few crystals. He sat down on the mat, crossing his legs and placing his hands on his knees. He closed his eyes and took a deep breath, ready to begin his meditation. He started by focusing on his breath, inhaling deeply through his nose and exhaling slowly through his mouth. He repeated this a few times, feeling his heartbeat gradually slow and his mind begin to quiet. He then began to silently repeat a calming mantra. I am at peace. I am calm. I am in control. As he continued to breathe and repeat his mantra, he imagined a warm, golden light surrounding him. This light was his shield, protecting him from the worries and stresses of the outside world. With each breath, the light grew stronger and brighter, enveloping him in a cocoon of tranquility. Despite his best efforts, thoughts of work began to intrude. He remembered the email from his boss that he had forgotten to reply to, the presentation he still needed to finish, and the pile of documents waiting for his review. He acknowledged these thoughts without judgment, allowing them to pass through his mind like clouds drifting across the sky. He gently brought his focus back to his breath and his mantra. As he continued his meditation, he visualized a serene scene. He imagined himself standing on a beautiful beach, the sun setting in the distance, casting a golden glow over the water. He felt the sand beneath his feet, the gentle breeze on his face, and heard the soothing sound of the waves lapping against the shore. This place was his refuge, a safe haven where he could release his worries. John allowed himself to fully immerse in this scene, feeling the peace and calm wash over him. He took a moment to reflect on his worries, picturing each one as a small stone. One by one, he picked up the stones and tossed them into the ocean. He watched as the waves carried them away, feeling the weight lift from his shoulders with each throw. At one point, his phone buzzed, breaking his concentration. His mind raced back to the office, the never-ending tasks and responsibilities. He felt a surge of anxiety, but reminded himself that this time was for him. He silenced his phone, took a deep breath, and returned to his meditation. The beach reappeared in his mind, the peaceful sounds and sights slowly bringing him back to his state of calm. As he neared the end of his meditation, he took a few moments to express gratitude. He thought about the people in his life who supported him, the small joys that brought him happiness, and the inner strength that had carried him through tough times. He felt a deep sense of appreciation for all these blessings, allowing the gratitude to fill his heart. Finally, John slowly began to bring himself back to the present moment. He wiggled his fingers and toes, feeling the ground beneath him. He took a few deep breaths, each one bringing him back to his living room, to the safety and comfort of his meditation space. He opened his eyes, blinking slowly, adjusting to the soft light in the room. He felt a profound sense of calm and clarity. The worries that had seemed so overwhelming just an hour ago now felt manageable. He knew he could handle the challenges ahead with a clear mind and a confident heart. John stood up, stretching his arms above his head. He smiled, feeling lighter and more at ease. He walked over to his desk, picked up his briefcase, and began to organize his tasks for the next day with a newfound sense of purpose and confidence. He knew there would always be challenges and stresses, but he also knew he had the inner resources to face them. His meditation practice had reminded him of his own strength and resilience, and he felt ready to embrace whatever the future held.